say somehow intrinsically, as a matter of fact, that that's an immoral action?
Okay, well, a lot of these places, they worked out it wasn't a good idea to do that, and they worked out some kind of reciprocal arrangement with these places.
No, but how would you argue?
But they did. No, I'm not. I'm saying that doesn't always happen. Often it's not like that. There'll be a reciprocal arrangement. It's not good to go and then kill everyone. We'll get. There's a two-way street, perhaps. So
but how would you establish that as a matter of fact?
Well, you see it in history.
No, that's not matter of fact. That's an opinion, right?
What do you mean? This is very.
How would you say to that person, "Don't do that"? That's an immoral action. How would you be able to establish that?
Perfect morality, I don't think it really exists. Everyone's often looking for something they can get for themselves. I understand that.
Yeah.
But there is a level of compassion inherent within a human being that can be tapped into.
No, I agree.
Whether that's divine or not.
I agree. Compassion and having non-compassion is something that we can establish.
A mother doesn't need the divine to know how to love its child.
I totally agree. I totally agree. But if she decides not to feed that child and that child dies.
Well, that's an unusual scenario. It does happen.
I totally agree. How would you establish from a matter of fact that what you've done is completely immoral?
Well, you can just say whatever you want. You can say it comes from a book that was given to a man in a cave in the Middle East, 7th century, or you can say you heard it from your father. It's of no concern. It's just you either have the idea in your head or you don't.
Okay.
Its source is debatable as to whether its authenticity or where its origin is from. People knew these things before the Quran, so it's a universal. Carl Jung calls them archetypes. These ideas, these principles, they're inherent, they're unavoidable archetypes. Now you could say that's attributed to Allah. That's fine. If you want to say that, Allah just means God, right?
Yes.
So it's this sort of nebulous idea of some being beyond us that's created the universe separate from its creation. That's okay.
You see, what we would argue is this. That from a purely materialistic reality, it's impossible to argue with a definite that this particular action or that particular action is immoral or moral. Okay. Because I'll tell you why.
Why do I know morality?
But please, let me just, if I could just finish my point, yeah? No, that's a different argument,
right,
and we can make that, we can have that argument, we can have that discussion. The reason why it's difficult, or if not impossible, is because a purely material existence is purely is saying that you are assembled with atoms in a different way from this brother or from me, or from a gazelle or from an antelope or whatever. There's no meaning beyond that. And whatever meaning beyond that you attribute is again simply arbitrary.
Well, it's various. We have different gods and different cultures.
No, that's a different argument, right?
No, it's not.
Now, what I'm saying to you is, from our paradigm, I could turn around and tell you to go and kill an innocent person and steal his resources is haram, forbidden. It's immoral. Now, I can't tell you it's immoral from a purely materialistic standpoint. The only way I can come to that conclusion is that Allah has made it immoral. So for me, that yardstick of certainty to measure everything by comes from the Creator.
I hear that.
But when I use my own yardstick, I could argue that it's perfectly moral. Just like Dick Cheney, after the Iraq War, when he was asked, why did you invade Iraq and kill nearly a million people?
Let me answer
no, he said it was in our benefit.
I'm going to get lost. You're saying that people can't generate or experience philosophical, moral principles without the idea of God.
No, I didn't say that.
But that's what you're implying.
No, we believe that
that's
Allah.
What you're implying,
no.
Because if you said that to me, and we were in Greece, and you had the Stoics and all the different philosophers and so on, and they thought about, and am I not allowed to listen to them and go, and through empathy?
I'm going to just go and pray now.
Through empathy and compassion, understand that.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
So Dr. Imran.
No, wait.
Yeah.
I can understand that without God.
Can you though?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so you're saying you've evolved your morality, right?
It's happened. I just
No,
said
you can't.
You can. So I'm not a Muslim, but I know it's wrong to rape. I know it's wrong to rape. I don't have to be a Muslim to know that's wrong.
You're arguing a side point.
No.
What the question here is about the basis of your morality.
Put all the microphones on.
Where
I'm going to go and
get
pray.
Your morality from? Now, if you're saying, look, we can, all of your statements so far with the brother, you're talking about a nebulous.
I'm going to go and pray.
There's no nebulous idea. It's very clear. Right?
Can you guys excuse me? I'm just going to go and pray. Is that okay?
You're talking about, I can just sit there and think about it.
I'm a fully complete. The whole system's here.
How do you know that?
Well, I'm able to understand it's not a good idea to rape.
Just put it on him anyway.
Because I know.
I don't have to do 10 minutes.
I know. I've never read the Quran. I have read some of the Quran.
To go.
I've never read.
Okay, we'll go then.
I've never read the Quran, right? So therefore, I don't understand it's not right to rape someone. Is that what you're saying?
So don't give these emotional,
No,
nonsensical arguments. That's not what I'm saying.
That's not nonsensical.
So
That's what
just
your
hear
whole
the
argument
argument. So you're
you're not listening. This is dogmatic. You're not listening.
So you're telling me that I'm not listening whilst not letting me talk.
You're implying that because I'm not a Muslim,
No,
I don't know.
I have not said.
wrong to
Wait a
rape.
second. I've not said anything about Islam.
It's
I've not said.
It's my moral judgment.
What's your name?
Wait. Let me just say this before I forget. You're saying my moral judgment not to go and rape is invalid.
We're not saying that.
This is reminiscent of that interview that Jordan Peterson
Is
had.
my morality? One question. This is all I want to know. Is my morality valid?
Just one question.
That's it, and then I won't say any more.
Alex.
Is my morality valid?
As compared to what? As compared to
To
what?
not go out and hurt someone. Is it yes or no?
It's not a yes or no answer.
Well, it's obviously no.
If you
'cause
want to,
you
if
can't
you
answer.
no, this is the problem here.
You're
See,
saying my morality
what you're
is
doing is
invalid
you're
'cause it's
taking
not from
Alex,
Come on.
Alex, listen. Let's have a conversation.
I am having
No,
a
you're not.
conversation, but you don't answer my question.
No, we are. We're trying to.
What you're doing is you're giving these primary school level questions.
questions
No,
for you.
primary
You're
school
not
level
allowed to
questions.
Well, I'm not hearing anything.
Well,
All I
this is
hear
what I'm saying
is
to you.
it's-
So you want this is what? Sorry, what was your name?
Alex.
Alex. What I'm
Imran Abbas.
What?
I'm going to go and pray, but let's have a conversation.
We are, but you're not answering.
No, but hold on a second, Alex. The questions that you ask,
are
you
difficult,
may
No,
feel
they're
you may
not.
feel should be answered in a yes or no,
Yeah.
and not all questions can be answered in a yes or no.
Okay, I hear that.
So let
Abbas.
him answer the question.
But
I want to come back.
one thing quickly. You're asking me where do I get my morality from?
What's your basis
implying
for your
that-
morality?
Okay, and my experience of morality is something that I just know. It's inherent. I
All right.
know.
Well, that's fine.
Okay.
Right. So now you.
All right,
but
enjoy it, yeah.
that's the first level of your answer.
Yeah.
I just know this.
A mother knows how to love her child, doesn't she?
She does.
She doesn't need the Quran.
She just knows it. So
Does she need the Quran to
so
know
here
how
we
to
go.
love her child?
So these are the emotive sort of type of questions.
No, these is not emotional. This
So-
is just a fact. A lot of women have children, but they don't need a holy book to know how to, or a father to know how
So
to.
do you think that
Okay.
the people? Do you think that we're saying? Do you think as a Muslim, I'm saying to you that the reason the mother loves a child is because it's written in the book? Is
No,
that
I'm
exactly?
saying- no,
so the
I'm
whole
saying
point.
that things are
So
inherent.
Alex, so hear what you're saying. No one is making the argument to you that the reason we do things is because it's written in the book. That is not the argument. And if you're coming,
Okay, so what's the book
and this
then?
is the whole thing you've come with
Okay,
is
I'm
it's
ready.
in your book and that's why you do it.
Okay.
That doesn't make sense.
That's what I was hearing.
Absolutely.
Okay, so explain
Now
to me then.
that as a fundamental basis for a discussion, you're talking about something else.
Okay, go on.
We're talking about where does your morality come from. Now you revert to a book straight away. That's not what we're talking
You
about.
don't get your morality from the Quran, no?
No, we don't get it from a book. So
Okay.
the question here is,
All
the morality has to have a basis. And I'll give you an example. As you're an atheist, agnostic, or
I
where
don't
do
wanna
you
say
put
at the
yourself?
moment.
It's,
I'd rather
it's
keep
useful
it-
useful to the discussion, isn't it? If
Well,
I'm talking to another
Satanist.
theist,
No, just joking.
if I'm talking to a theist, then there's a different discussion that needs to be had.
Does it matter?
Of course
Can't
it
we just be
matters.
I'm human.
You're human, great. I'm human
human
as well.
being. That's
That doesn't
good,
tell
then
us
we got an even-
that doesn't tell us anything about in terms of where our positions are.
It does. We have this. Okay, I'm a nowist.
Yeah. So this is. I mean, if you're going to be ridiculous about it, that's fine.
Can you hear yourself?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
So this is why I say you've made up something called a nowist, and
I made up something.
and now you're
Well,
telling
all
me.
I know is that this is what is.
All right.
Okay, so this is my belief. This is my belief is what exists
So-
is now.
Yeah. So I
There's
think
nothing outside of this moment.
there is nothing outside this moment.
No.
All right. Okay.
There's no future, there's no past,
There's-
the eternal present.
Okay.
That's so I'm a nowist.
Okay. So whatever goes now is fine. Yeah.
No, it's just what is. You'll only ever know now.
Okay. So whatever goes now is fine, right?
I think it can be fine or it can be painful. It can be pleasurable or painful.
So then in that now moment, what's the point? What moral judgments can
Okay,
you
well,
make?
in that the now moment expresses itself through duality.
No, you're-
Pleasure. I'm trying to explain my
Yeah,
faith.
yeah.
Pleasure, pain, heaven, hell. Up,
There's no such thing as heaven
down,
and hell.
Dog.
There's only
cat.
now. There's only now.
Well, okay, the principles of heaven. Okay, pleasure, pain. Then, if that's preferable.
You've said it. You've said it.
Yeah, it's whatever works. I see.
So you're talking about the now, isn't
Yeah,
it?
this everything's
Presentism,
here.
right?
Yeah.
Now.
Okay, let's say there is a heaven or hell, right?
No,
let's say
don't-
let me. Okay,
you can't
I'm trying to
give
I'm
your
trying to-
position as a now and then
You
talk
won't
about
let
something
me
that is.
talk about my belief. If let's say there is a heaven and a hell,
Yeah.
it's now. It's not in the future or the past.
Where is it?
Oh, exactly.
Absolutely.
It's hidden. It's hidden behind veils.
Okay. Just like the past and the future.
Yeah, there's no past and future.
Doesn't exist. Okay.
That's one thing I can be sure of.
Okay.